That's what that's what I was hoping.
Yeah. Then you can dismiss them then. The seats on the front row are available if you want them. You don't have to stand in the back. If that's your choice, I just want to let you know. Or if you want to bring one back to where you are, that's fine too. I don't think we'll be here all night, but I just wanted you to be comfortable. Good. Okay, I now call our city council meeting for November 10th to order. If you would be so kind as stand for our prayer and pledge. Our prayer will be led out by Councilman Blunt.
All right. Father, we thank you today for such an opportunity to come and to serve. We ask that you, your Holy Spirit, will continue to fill us with wisdom and understanding and guidance so that we can make the best possible decisions, Father, for the city, for individuals, and for all of us. In Jesus' name, we give thanks and pray. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll move to agenda item number C, which is approval of the agenda. There is one item to add, and that's going to be under the agenda items number 10. And that is going to be a previous case for Kathy Hartzog. And what is that address?
A South Railroad property that was discussed last month.
Yeah.
It's a code enforcement case.
Okay, very good. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion we approve the agenda.
Second.
Moved second. Call any discussions in regards to the agenda? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. We'll move to agenda item number D, which is citizens' request. The city of Chipley welcomes you to this meeting. This is a time set aside for the citizens of Chipley to address the city council. This is not a question and answer period. It is not a political forum, nor is it a time for personal accusations and derogatory remarks to or about city personnel. If you would like to address the city council, please raise your hand to speak, state your name and address for the record, and limit your comments to no more than 3 minutes per the Florida Statute 286.0114. To ask a question via the phone, dial *9 and wait to be recognized, then unmuted. If you're attending via webinar, there will be an on-screen option to ask a question during the public comment portion of the meeting. Your participation is welcomed and appreciated. Is there anyone here in the audience? Okay, is there anyone online? Very good. Then we'll move to agenda item number E, which is approval of our minutes for our regular council meeting on October the 14th. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move that they be approved.
Second.
Moved second. Call for discussion. Any discussion? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to agenda item number F. We have 2 presentations. The first one is recognition award for Miss Sherry Biddle. Miss Sherry Biddle is here with us, and this award is in recognition of your outstanding contribution and selfless dedication to the betterment of our community given to you on today. You have made a significant impact in the city of Chipley. And so, Ms. Biddle, if you'll come to the front, we want to take a photo op with you. But she wears many hats in our community. She's always been involved, and I kind of say this wrong, so I hope I get it right tonight. Trunk or treat. Okay. Trunk or treat. I always say trunk or treat. And she's played a role in that. She's been doing that for how many years?
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s, and it has been very positive and impact here in our community. And she's also played a major role, I think, in collaboration and partnership with First Baptist Church for something that normally happens around the spring part of the year at Shivers Park.
Yeah, they used to have that.
In our Easter egg hunt. And so we just want to say thank you. Your work does not go unnoticed. You give your whole heart, and I'm telling you, she makes sure you know when those dates are coming. And that's just the person, the leader that she is. She does an excellent job in, I would say, pre-planning, organizing, and seeing these events through. And so we just want to say thank you.
And she was also the secretary to Chamber of Commerce for years.
Yes, so we thank you for your work in the marketplace as well.
Yeah, I've always wanted an event where the churches would come together as one. It's not a religious thing. I don't try to promote the religious. I don't promote the Halloween part. I had 21 vendors this year, with around 375 kids. So, I don't have to worry about the traffic. I couldn't do it without the local law enforcement. I have police, the fire department, the city council supports me, the fire department, police department, and the sheriff's department. So it's my heart to do it. I know everybody wants to go back to the door-to-door trick-or-treating. I'm not for that because I want the kids to be safe. So, I appreciate all y'all's support.
And we thank you because this event since the 80s has been a very safe event. And so for that, we are very grateful. I know you have family here with you. Would you like for your mom to come and be in the photo? You say no? Okay. So we're very proud of all the work that Ms. Sherry continues to do. Thank you. And anything else? Closing remarks? Anything?
Nope, just support me next year.
Will do. That's easy. That's easy. Thank you. Our final presentation goes to Ms. Jennifer Corbett, and in recognition of your outstanding contribution and selfless dedication to the betterment of our community, and you have made a significant impact on the city of Chipley. And so she's here tonight with her family, and we look forward to hearing more. She's done so much for our downtown area and throughout our communities. And we're just so grateful for the transformations and still keeping the historic look and the historic, what we remember the city of Chipley has been in such an amazing way. And so Jennifer Corbett, come up because there's a lot of things that's going on. If you've ever been to the Piggly Wiggly, and I'm sure you have, her building there across from it is absolutely amazing. And she's also spearheading some local things. I believe that she's working very closely with our local merchants downtown and collaborating with them as well. And so we're grateful for all that she pours into the city. And I want you to share a little bit more. That was just a high-level overview, but you know all the intimate things.
So when Ms. Sherry asked if we could come, I said the only way I would be okay with being recognized is if I could bring all of the people that help us do it too.
Yeah, absolute.
And so we have a lot of our folks here. This is not Import Design or Import Homes. This is just those that have helped with our community events. So
Awesome.
it's not just me. I have the ideas, but we have all these people that help execute. But so the Thursday Night Lights, we definitely love that. That's something that we try to contribute to every month. We're trying to bring art to our downtown just to expose our community with a lot of local artists, especially youth artists. We're trying to give them a place every month to be able to showcase. Ms. Sharon McCall is going to be one of our artists next month, along with Simon Dorado, BC photography. We've got one that does pottery. We've got all sorts of different artists in our community, but we're bringing a plant shop downtown. We've revitalized the Black Room building. We'll have an Airbnb upstairs of the old funeral home. I don't know, we've got more ideas than we probably have time, money, and energy, but we're excited to just do what we can. So,
Absolutely. We're grateful to have you a part of our community. Thank you for all that you and your team come up and
Come on,
celebrate.
y'all.
Come on, team.
and there's at least 5 that couldn't be here tonight. So there's
Very
even
good.
more. Even
Very
more.
good.
Stand back in the back.
One sign in. Let us know when, or let us know what.
Smile.
Any final remarks?
I will just say, we could not do what we do without the help of CRA and the city. I mean, you guys have been such a huge help. You guys, Tamara, educating us, letting us know what we can do. Anyway, thank y'all.
Thank you. Yes. Just a second. Before you all dismiss and clear the room, I wanted to share a special announcement while we had a full group here in regards to tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Chipley Garden Club cordially invites you to the rededication of our Blue Star Memorial Marker, Veterans Day on Tuesday, which is tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. in front of the Chipley City Hall. That's right here. And so we would love to have a big turnout tomorrow. We know it's going to be a little chilly, but dress warm. It's not a long ceremony, but we want to support all the hard work that the Chipley Garden Club has put into making this rededication ceremony very special for our community.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of Veterans Day celebration as well, so we'd appreciate if anybody comes out.
Yes, so thank you. Okay, if we need to leave, now would be the great time if you wanted to leave. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move to agenda item number G. There are 8 items here under our consent agenda items. I'm gonna go ahead and read them by title, each one. The first one is State Governmental Consulting Services Contract Renewal, Liberty Partners of Tallahassee LLC. The second one is Request for Development Order and Certificate of Appropriateness, 1444 Jackson Avenue, City of Chipley. Number 3 is Special Event Application, Christmas Fest of Chipley Incorporated. The fourth one is Enterprise IT Renewal Agreement for Support of Established Network, that's CLS Technology LLC. The fifth one is a Special Event Application for Food Giveaway, Robert David. Number 6, Resolution Number 26-08, the fiscal year 2024-25 budget amendment. Number 7 is resolution number 26-09, the FDLE JAGCR grant application submission. And the final one is special event application MLK parade. We can take those as a group.
I'll make the motion, we take them as all together, please.
A second.
A motion, and a second, call for discussion. The only discussion is because I am the one who submitted the MLK, I can abstain from voting for that one. It's nothing but I just provide leadership over that event. So just wanted the record to reflect if need be. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to our agenda items. The first one is ordinance number 996, and it's the first reading. Ms. Tanner.
Ordinance number 996, an ordinance of the City of Chipley, Florida, providing for an amendment to its adopted comprehensive plan, providing for authority, providing for findings of fact, providing for future land use change of a parcel of property with parcel number 00-1393-0000, located at 1237 Church Avenue, from low-density residential to commercial, providing for amendment to the future land use map, providing for a small-scale amendment to the adopted comprehensive plan, providing for the filing with the Clerk of Circuit Court and the Florida Department of Commerce, and declaring an effective date. Mayor and Council, this is the property that Mr. Simmons purchased from the city. I'm sorry. No. This is the piece of property that Mr. Simmons had requested to be rezoned commercial and from low-density residential to commercial, and the council did approve that. We are just now doing the formal process of adopting the ordinance for it.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion, on the first reading, that we approve this ordinance.
Do I have a second?
I second.
A motion and second. Call for discussion. Any discussion? Not all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. We'll move to the second agenda item, CRA Executive Director, Ms. Shirley Parada.
Mayor and council, this will approve Ms. Shirley Parado as the new CRA Executive Director, and Ms. Shirley Parado is president.
Sure. Yep.
Yes, I would like to introduce Ms. Shirley, if you haven't already met her. She is a bright bubble and warmth to our community, and is quickly learning the ropes of the CRA and the chamber, and we're excited for what she's going to do and the leadership she'll provide for the CRA.
Good evening. Thank you so very much. My name is Shirley Parado, soon to be a resident of Washington County, building a home there. Very grateful for Ms. Patty for her assistance and for the chamber for bringing me on board. This is going to be home for a very long time, so I'm grateful and I'm excited to be able to work alongside you and for your community.
Glad to have you, thank you. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for providing the resume. She's a wealth of knowledge, and it's good to know that you already have CRA experience and all of that. So it's a plus for us here in the city of Chipley and Washington County. Thank you, Ms. Shirley.
And we want you here for a long time.
Absolute.
Thank you. My husband and I.
Yes. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved second. Call for discussion. Any discussion? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Welcome. Thank you, Ms. Shirley. Thank you, Philip. The third agenda item is bid number 2025-03.
Mayor and council, I would request, Mr. Brent Melvin is on his way. He is running, he had a meeting run
Okay.
over, so if we could skip over items 3, 4, and 5 and go, and 6, and go to number 7, that would be great.
Perfect. We'll move to number 7, which is the special event application for the food giveaway.
Mr. Robert David would like to host a free community event providing food for the youth and residents of Chipley. The event is proposed to be held at Gilmore Park on Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Music will be played during the event. Special event insurance will be submitted prior to the event. Due to other similar events that we have had take place in the community of Chipley, city staff recommends approval with the following stipulations. Event to end at 11 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. with cleanup until 12 a.m. Number 2, the music to stop no later than 10 p.m. with the stipulation that the police department will enforce if the music is at an unacceptable level for the neighborhood at any time, and they will make them lower the volume. Of course, this is for council discussion, and that's why we did not put it on the consent agenda.
Yep.
Because of the time differences
Yes.
and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Very good. I guess we can get a motion to approve, and we'll have some discussion if need be. Do I have a motion to approve this event?
I'll make the motion to approve it with the recommendations from city staff.
Okay.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Call for discussion. Any discussion in regards to this event?
As long as they know they've got to stop at 11, and if the music gets too loud, they're gonna be turning it down. Cause that is a neighborhood over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. We'll move to agenda item number 8, request waiver of fines, Michael Taylor, 777 West Boulevard.
Mayor and council, this property has been brought into compliance. The fines total that has accrued as of today is $52,500, and the attorney fees through September 30th were $1,691.72. The attachments in the packet included Attorney Jordan's fees that the city has paid to Attorney Jordan, and also I did go out and get pictures today, and it is definitely cleaned up, and the fence, the 8-foot fence was removed, and everything has been taken care of. And Mr. Taylor is present to speak on this.
I apologize for breaking any codes, and I worked hard on trying to get it correct for y'all. And I'm just asking to waive the fees, you know.
The waiver of the code fees, but the attorney fees of the 1691.72 is still in question. Typically, that's already been paid out for the services rendered for this, but it's the pleasure of the board to decide how they want to do that. It's been,
I'll make a motion, we waive the fines, but he will have to pay the attorney fee.
Okay.
And it will have to be kept up and kept clean.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's gonna be the best property out there.
very good. Do I have a second?
I second.
Moved in second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I
Motion
appreciate it.
carried. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your property in compliance.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Taylor, we will reach out to you about the attorney fees.
Okay, I'll be around.
Thank you.
Y'all mind if I hit on that?
Sure.
Y'all have to.
Okay. We're gonna go to number 8, request of waiver of fines. Okay, sorry. Number 9, request of fines, Ms. Latonia McKinney, 1167 6th Street. I believe that she's present.
Yes. This property has been brought into compliance. It actually was in compliance the day of the special magistrate meeting, per the pictures that are attached and dated. I believe the pictures were taken after the meeting because it was dark when she left for work that morning. And then I also went out there today and took additional pictures, and they would have been the ones you just received this afternoon.
Did you have the copies of the ones she took before them?
Yes, they're in the packet.
Street? Well, I didn't see them. All I've got is what you took.
That's what I thought.
It's 1167.
6th Avenue.
6th
It says
Avenue.
Sixth Street.
It is 6th Avenue.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm checking.
The
But
accrued fines total $42,225, and attorney fees through September 30th were $732.50.
what was the date that the pictures that she took that it showed it was cleaned up? What date was that?
June 22nd, 2023.
Was that the date of the special magistrate?
Yes, it was.
What was the amount that was due up to that date?
Up to,
June 23rd, 22nd, 23rd?
Oh, that was in the.
$70.
Order was entered, so the fines wouldn't have started until.
After that.
After that, like 30 days after that?
but
Okay.
if you're asking how much in attorney fees were due up to that date.
That's
it was
what we're
It was $70.
$70, okay.
And that was for the work that Attorney Jordan's office did to prepare for the special magistrate hearing.
Very good.
And that's all the attorney fee is, $70?
Well, up to that point.
But
The
it was
total
cleaned
attorney
up to that
fees.
point.
It is my understanding, based on the pictures, that the that the parcel was cleaned up on prior to that date. The pictures were taken
Somebody
on
dropped
that
the
date.
ball. I don't know who it was, but if her place was cleaned up at that time, then no more attorney fees should have been assessed to her property.
It's my understanding that, I was told that code enforcement did go out to the property, and does that with all of her cases. I'm not sure what happened, because I was not presented these pictures with the dates on them until a week or so, about a week, 2 weeks ago.
With the timestamp?
Yes.
But the pictures do show that it was cleaned up
It was.
with that date on it.
Yes, they do. And everybody, and all of the city council have those pictures in
We
their
do.
packets.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we waive the fines and that she pays $70 for the attorney fees.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I second. Motion.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, call for discussion. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
So I was going to ask about the $70 for the attorney fees, that I was under the impression that I've already paid $70 the day of when I stood before the magistrate. I think it was at 140 and she said 70, and I believe I've already paid 70 to the city.
Do you have a,
I have not found yet where the 70 was paid. That does not, I'm not saying you didn't
Right.
pay it. I just have not been able to locate that at this time. That would not have been for this $70 for the special magistrate. That would have been for the special magistrate assigning fees to her the day of the special magistrate meeting. This $70 has to do with our attorney fees that it costs the city to prepare for the special magistrate meeting.
okay. So,
But I definitely can go back and look for that $70 receipt, but again, that would have been for
them,
what the special magistrate was charging for.
and she would have paid
Being
that
out of
directly to,
compliance.
she would have paid that directly to,
The city.
There wouldn't have been a fine in place at that point. I just go back and looking at the order. Tamara testified that her pictures were effective as of June 21st, so it was 2 days prior to the hearing. And this was over overgrown grass, trash, and debris in the yard.
Ms.
Ms. McGee was present at the hearing, so it was a
I was present at the hearing, and I did discuss that it had been cleaned up, that I had a tenant that was in that I had to evict, and we were moving the debris out at that time. And anything that happened prior to that, I was not made aware of, because I was the landlord, but I had no idea what happened prior to the eviction. So that was kind of like the transition period during that time. And so it was cleaned days prior to it. I think the picture that is on record is one picture of a small pile of debris, and that was gotten up, like we said, days prior to. The pictures are directly after I left here to be able to take them from the hearing with the magistrate.
so, okay.
I think there's, as Attorney Jordan stated, our code enforcement officer, Ms. Don Juan, testified that her pictures were from the day before. Ms. McKinney, in our conversations when we met, stated that she wasn't able to get pictures during daylight hours the day before. So it was my understanding, and correct me please if I'm wrong, but that you didn't get the complete cleanup done until the day before, and you were unable to get pictures taken prior to it being dark.
Correct, so it was cleaned prior to, but then we had to cut grass again right on the 22nd. Her pictures reflect the 21st, and my pictures reflect the 23rd, the day of the hearing, immediately after, 10:59 or something like that.
Okay.
And I reported during that session that it had already been cleaned up and discussed what was going on at that time.
She'll still need to pay the $70 for the attorney fee.
Yeah. And as a property owner, you know, it's not the responsibility of the tenant to clean it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was just made unaware that there was any ordinances that had been broken during that time, so I wasn't aware. But moving forward, should I rent the property again, now I know.
Very good. Thank you.
Mayor and Council, also just to make the statement that I believe that we were requested over the last few months, as these cases have come up, to, even though it's not legally required, to do due diligence to make sure that the people who come to the special magistrate meetings understand and are aware of what their next steps are. The council made it, I feel like, very clear that they wanted that to happen from this point forward. So we have definitely been working toward that and trying to make sure that they know. So just because somebody comes to a special magistrate hearing and is told they're going to be fined, I might understand that, but somebody else might not understand what that means. Definitely don't understand that it means that they could have their property foreclosed on. So, and even if it's sometimes said to them that this could happen, that's not being understood. So we're trying to do whatever we can moving forward, even though, as Attorney Jordan had stated in previous meetings, that's not required of us. We're doing what's required of us by holding the special magistrate meeting and then moving forward with, after the 30 days or 60 days, recording the lien against the property, and then the fees start accruing. We are doing additional on top of that to try and make sure that they know what can happen.
And that's what this council wants you to do. We want the people to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
That's
that's it? Okay, we've got a motion second, discussion has been made. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. While we're in the mode, we're gonna go ahead and take Ms. Hartzog. Number 10, we'll go ahead and do that one, and we'll go back to number 3. Ms. Hartzog is here.
We don't have anything on.
We don't have anything, but it was from last month. I think you were going to talk with your brother.
And this is
Right.
the address.
We're gonna get the place cleaned up.
What's the address for the record?
1471 Railroad Avenue.
1471?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Travis Griffin's gonna clean it up, knock half down, clean the property off. But, my thing is, the reason I'm here this afternoon, and I wanna thank y'all so much for dropping the fines. But the reason I'm here this afternoon is to, the lawyer's fees is $4,817 and some change. Well, between the $7,000 it's gonna cost me and my brother to clean it up, then we also have these lawyer fees too. That puts it to over almost $12,000. So I was gonna ask, don't know if it can be done or not, if the $817 could be dropped.
And the 4,000 remain?
Pay $4,000 and drop $817. That would help us out tremendously. I know that's asking a lot probably, but doing what I can.
What's the time frame on the demolition? You said you've already talked with Mr. Griffin?
I got she's representing her daddy.
Okay.
Within the next 30 to 45 days, as we discussed, that's depending on if there's any hazardous material on the premises, and we actually did a walkthrough. We've done an exterior walkthrough, interior walkthrough, to done within the next 7 to 10 days. Demolition should be complete within 30 to 45 days.
Very good.
So we're looking at before Christmas.
Absolutely.
It is the pleasure of the board to consider the ask of that.
I think it sets a precedence if we drop yours and not somebody else's.
Do you want me, I'm sorry?
It sets a precedence if we drop yours and not anybody else's, you understand? I think we need to be consistent.
We haven't dropped any attorney fees
No.
on any of it.
Okay.
You can set up payments with the city manager,
Okay.
if that'll help you.
All right. So if I pay the $4,000, I can set up payments on the other? Okay.
Patty, will that be
I'll talk to
acceptable?
her.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So can I get a motion from the board so we can officially make this official for her?
So moved.
Second.
Moved second. Any further discussion about it?
And
Yes,
will we
ma'am.
get some kind of paperwork or something saying that the fines are dropped and all that? on the property?
If you make a payment plan on any of what's due, we cannot release lien with the attorney until until everything's paid in full.
Well,
So
I'll just pay it now, I'll find a way to pay it.
But the fines itself,
The fines.
we will not the fines will be dropped, but the attorney fees, as long as that $817.54 is due, then we will not be able to release the lien, but the foreclosure will not continue. So that, everything will stop, we will not be able to release the lien until such time that it's paid in full.
Well, I'll come up with the money to pay the whole 4,000 or something, there, so I'll help. Okay, I don't wanna make no payment plans, but I just want something saying that all this is, official and all.
Once the attorney fees are paid in full, then we will notify Attorney Jordan, and she will do a release, and we will have it recorded, and then you'll get a copy of it.
Okay.
very good,
Well, thank you.
thank you. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll go back to number 3, bid number 2025-03.
There it is.
Yeah.
I knew I saw it.
Mr. Brett Melvin is here to discuss
Yes.
this item and the next 2 items with you.
Very good.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Apologize for the tardiness. We had a field review that ran a little bit long. So what we're bringing for you today is requesting conditional approval of change order 3 for the Chipley First National Bank Mongovan Building Project. We were notified by Florida Commerce that they actually had some additional funding that was available. And so if we kind of rewind the clock, the original site improvements that we contemplated, we had to do some value engineering to take certain things out, namely doing some removal of the plaster along the shared wall there, some additional sealing of it, site furnishings, the electrical service, the artificial turf in the back, and then also some just general infill around the site. So we were, at the time, we were actually exploring some options for less expensive, means in order to try and accomplish those. But with the additional funding that came through, Florida Commerce was saying that we could submit that, so that was submitted to them. They have verbally approved it, and so what we're asking for tonight is conditional approval from the council, so that once the amendment comes through from Florida Commerce, that the mayor can sign that and we can move forward with it. So just to mention again, what that'll include is basically taking care of that shared wall, cleaning up all the plaster and everything that's along it, the nice shaded area in the back, all of the benches and site furnishings that were included in there, and then the sails that go over them as well. And also having that electrical service in the future, so if you want string lights or those types of things in there.
Very good. Do I have a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Moved second. Any discussion? Not all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
The contractor needs to
Motion
keep
carries.
that fence closed too.
Yes,
It was
so
wide
they were
open.
mobilizing, I believe, back out tomorrow. Justin was talking with them about making sure they keep that fence and then as soon as we possibly can, we're gonna get that, once the site's ready and get it cleaned up. And I know Mr. Russell's not here tonight, but for his benefit, that's what we're looking at, having all that work completed right around the 1st of February. So February 9th would be the completion.
So the fence will have to stay up till then?
I don't think it'll have to stay up the whole time. What we'd like to do is, as soon as really the last vertical component is gonna be pulling that plaster down and then sealing the wall. Once that's done, what we're planning on is being able to pull the fencing off and the surrounding concrete site work that they're doing right now. Once that's all done, we can just have just some barricades just to keep people out, but we can actually pull the fencing down and open back up the sidewalk, because the rest of the work they'll be doing is just
Good, because the
interior.
coffee shops need those parking spaces.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what we're working with them to get that concrete work and everything done as quickly as possible. That was part of the change order too that they're working through now.
But in the meantime, that it needs to be closed. It was wide open when I came by. again.
Yes. Mr. Guy texted us, and Justin was on top of that to make sure we get that
Great.
safe done.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Yes, ma'am. And then if I may, I'll just go to the next 2, were just the work authorizations. Again, these are contingent on Florida Commerce approval, just to have the additional CEI to continue to inspect the work, and then the grant administration, which is all the interview, paperwork processing and whatnot.
Do I have a motion to approve agenda item number 4?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Moved second, any discussion? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. We'll go to agenda item number 5, a motion to approve. He just went over that.
Yes, ma'am.
Same,
Those are- yeah.
yeah, that's for the
Yeah.
15,000, I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Final November grants update.
Yes, ma'am. So I'll make this quick for everyone tonight. Just wanted to present, I believe y'all should have a copy of that in your packet. I've got extra ones here as well. But as we kind of get towards the end of the year, since we're in November, once Thanksgiving hits and Christmas, we're already into the new year. So a couple of things just wanted to note in particular for the council's consideration. And looking forward to March, obviously DOT has the openings for their MSCOP
Right.
applications, so it's always best to try and get on those early so that you can make sure you're preparing, one, prioritizing what the city would like, and then also making sure that we're preparing great applications, the city is for those. So just wanted to bring that to your attention and put that before the council, and not to speak for Ms. Patty, but I guess as y'all are meeting, December and then early January, it'd be great to have the city's priorities for those. That way you make sure you get your applications in.
Guy, can we get those next month? The MSCOP priorities?
And I think, aside from that, most of those are going to be, obviously, as they continue to move forward through the next fiscal year, July, and as we see what the budget is, I know y'all get the legislative updates as well. Most of those will be, coming towards the end of the summer, early fall timeframe. Really, it's DOTs that open up in the early part of the year that we want to make sure we're aware of, so. And I'll just add a note on that. I believe we have not heard anything yet back from the department regarding the beautification grant submittal. So just keeping an eye open for that as well, also.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
And last update, and I just appreciate it a lot, is really be grateful to the city for Public Works on the Peach Street project. I think with the city working with the contractor, GCUC, on the lift station, they're actually well ahead of the schedule that I thought they would be on. So hopefully that'll keep things moving along, both for the lift station project and as well for the drainage project that's going on now. So it's great to see the city and two contractors working together to
Yeah.
get it done. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I pass by there daily,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. That's all I can say.
That'll be a great one. So, any other questions, the council?
Any questions for Mr.?
No.
Thank you for
Thank you
the
so much. We
update.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all the agenda items that we have. Attorney Jordan, this evening. Good. Listen.
I want to make a motion to have the attorney prepare a policy for all new code enforcement cases that accrue fines and require the property owner to pay a minimum of 10% toward the accrued fines plus the attorney fee. This is for future code cases, not none that's on the book now.
And then they don't have to come to us, like, because we're becoming a code enforcement board, basically.
And, because they get enough time to clean their property up. And then they just wait and wait and wait and don't clean it up. So instead of the city giving everything back to them in a way, we need to get something for our time. Because Patty puts in a lot of time, Tamara puts in a lot of time on it.
Attorney puts in the time.
So, well, the attorney fees, she'll get her pay anyway. We don't ever do that. But I think the city deserves a 10% of the accrued fines. Can you get that policy drawn up?
So this would be, if administration determines that the property is in compliance, you wouldn't require them to come back to the council.
Well, even if they did come back before us, we could tell them they pay 10% of it.
Because of the policy that's in
Yeah.
place.
But if it's the policy, then why, could we not give it to her so that
That's what I'm saying.
they don't have to come to us?
We
Because-
discussed that at one time, and Attorney Jordan was going to do a policy. However, there was changes taking place with decisions being made on the different cases that had been in place for a few years. And so we were just kind of waiting to see what the council wanted to do moving forward.
Well, it seems to me like we're taking up a lot of our time doing code enforcement cases.
We are, but the fact of the matter, I think we still may have maybe 10 outstanding ones that may have some similar,
But aren't you talking about future ones?
yeah, but we are, she is talking about future ones, so, I think we're gonna have some better processes in place that I would hope that would eliminate even that, us haven't even forced this policy, but it's good to have one in place. So I think the policy will help us.
And I can give you an example of something that has taken place just in the last few months, couple of months really, since the council did request us to, you know, we have always done the job that was required of us. So Tamara's always done what she was supposed, you know, what she's supposed to do. However, since the council has requested that additional hands-on, reaching out, trying to contact them, we had 4 cases a couple of months ago that were supposed to go before special magistrate, and out of the 4, 3 completely cleaned up, and one of them is in the process of. So I really do feel like when we put forth that little bit of extra effort, since in the end, that's what we want, is the property to
That's
be
right.
cleaned up and the city to look nice, it has definitely made a difference.
And when the policy gets,
Yes.
when the policy gets made, if it passes, then I would like something to be put in the paper explaining this,
Sure.
so the citizens can see it and know what's going on.
But may I ask Attorney Jordan, what are your feelings on it? What are your,
That's
what's
the
your?
kind of direction that I wanted to hear from y'all, so I'm thrilled that, y'all are giving me something to work with as far as what you want in this policy. I would recommend that if the property owner presents evidence of compliance or how it result in the external evaluation, that should be approved administratively.
Sure.
Fines, rather than
Sure.
basically having to, you all having the whole time in quasi-judicial hearing yourselves.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
And you always have the ability, if you do clear them, just like the cases we had this evening, if they become out of compliance again, then we have the opportunity to start a new case. That's not what we want to do, but if we are
Have
put in a
to.
situation where we have to, then we have the ability to do that, and our code enforcement officer can go through that process again, so.
What, the code enforcement officers puts a notice on their property, telling them they have so many days to clean it up.
Well, what we do now is we send out a courtesy letter first, and then once the courtesy, depending on the number of days that she puts in there, in the letter, then she'll actually send them their first notice of violation if they don't comply. And then from there, it moves on through the process.
But they have time to clean it up before
They
it ever
do.
gets, before it ever gets money involved.
Yes, they do.
I think they get 30 days in that initial letter.
It depends. There's some that get, it depends on the violations. Some get, I've seen where she's done 14 days, 21 days, and 30 days. So it just depends on the violations.
Usually by the time it gets to my office, we have made multiple attempts to identify the owner, to make contact with the owner. We've exhausted, I would say probably 75% of the cases that end up in my office are estates where property's been abandoned, people have died, or there's bank-held property and the bank doesn't care, and it's been foreclosed on. That's part of the reason that, like, by the time it gets to my office, these are the worst of the worst cases. It's actually rare to have somebody that was present at the hearing, for their case to end up with me. So,
Very good. So a motion has been made by Ms. Kane. Do we have a second?
Second.
I have a question.
Call for discussion. A motion, a second, discussion.
Look, for the time I guess I've been here, the thing I see, I agree with the new policy, and I think we should have had one dating all the way back to, I think, when Dr. Woods came in. But from listening to both sides of it, seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's something in our policy that we might need to kind of get straight, is the general versus the specific, especially in these big cases when there's a lot. Because what I'm hearing is that when something is identified, I think Tamara even said it herself on 3 different occasions, well, we give a general. And I think it needs to be a little bit more specific if we're gonna impose such a policy. Just, for instance, clean up your trash and move that. And then I think in one case, this old car. Well, that old car that's 20 years old isn't an old car, that's a classic. But yeah, to us, it's an old car. So I think we might need to be a little bit more specific when we, instead of the general statement that has been used. And she said that.
And she did, and we did have that discussion. The problem is, and Attorney Jordan, you may want to speak to this, but what my understanding is the problem is if you are general, then it covers anything that could be wrong, versus if you're very specific and you miss something, then you have to turn around and open another case to go after that item. So that's the reason for being, I believe, general, and there may be some legal.
No, that's it. We can only bring an issue before the magistrate if we included it in the initial notice letter. So something like overgrown grass, trash and debris in the yard, that's the kind of generic citation that you would issue, versus, saying that your grass is overgrown by 5 inches. So by the time it gets to the hearing, it's gonna be, DE overgrown.
But all the ones I've been to, she does list out. She
They're
does
not
list out
listed,
one.
they're not listed out. They're general, but there are certain code violations that are listed out.
Okay.
But it won't be really specific. And it makes sense not to, but when verbally discussing these cases with the tenants or the owners, the property owners, not the tenants necessarily, we have found that by giving the property owners more specifics verbally, they better understand what they need to take care of, and they get it taken care of. And that's what we're finding. We just, in the documentation, it's general.
But I've seen it listed out, overgrown grass, roof repair, doors need fixing.
It depends on if there's something in the code that identifies that
Oh, okay.
specific
Okay.
problem.
What was getting me was, and I understand the general, and I understand the specific, but looking at, I think, Mr. Rolik's case, I think it was cars, and I think it was another case where the lady said she had the pictures, and pictures don't lie, but yet the pictures were presented, and it's like, okay, what do we do? Who do we believe? Because pictures don't lie. So the only thing I can see that was in the difference is the explanation of what's going on, because pictures don't lie. And I think Rolag was a car case. So I can go with the general, but maybe the second one we may, like you said, verbal, but then there has to be a specific follow-up. If for some reason.
Isn't that what she's just explained, though?
Right. I
So-
understand that now, but that's still verbal. And,
And
I
what
can go with that.
something else that we do is, now, something that hasn't been done in the past is anything that we verbally communicate or by email or however it's communicated, it is actually put in the code enforcement system. And pictures, if pictures need to be taken, are taken and uploaded into the system. So we're trying to make sure that anything we can do to be more specific, but still keep the documentation general, but when we're speaking to them, explaining to them, because they'll ask, well, I'm reading the letter and it says this, but what exactly are you talking about? Because I cleaned this up thinking I'd be in compliance, and you're telling me I'm still not in compliance. So verbally, we are communicating that information to them to make sure that they understand what they need to do.
And that's all we want. We
That's
want the
it.
people to understand.
Absolutely.
I just got a question. Now that you bring that up, as far as communication, as far as how do we mail? I mean, how do we ensure that our information is getting to?
So all we're required to do by law.
I get
is
that.
The address listed on the property appraiser website. If you want us to go beyond that, we can, but there will be a cost
Attorney's fees.
associated with that. Have to do like a person search. I mean, that could be $85 to $100 a pop.
But I'm thinking from the side before it gets to you.
I think that it can be done before it gets to the attorney, and then if we don't have any luck in doing that, then obviously she's going to have to expend additional funds to get that taken care of. But that, along with us communicating
Sure.
more, we're also trying to make sure that we do everything we can to get the information to them. That way, they're not lost when they get called to it, see a posting on their property saying that they have a special that there's a hearing about their property, so.
Or foreclosure.
Or foreclosure in this, in some cases.
Very good, that's all I have. Ms. Kane, are we
gotta vote
good?
on it.
Did we vote all in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. McCall?
No.
All right, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.
Recording